If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Alright, Lil Nas X is releasing a new album next week on September 17th called Montero, which was also the lead single for the project. Y'all probably heard of it. It was a really big song all over TikTok, all over everywhere. And Lil Nas X kind of, solidified his base in hip-hop with the last couple of releases, the last couple of single releases he had after originally being written off as a one-hit wonder after Old Town Road, of course, which I also thought he was gonna be, but then he came through with a lot of great singles. And today I want to talk about my own expectations for his new album Montero. Of course, we already have a lot of details on this. We have the track list, we have the features, we have the release date, the cover, all of that. I'm still gonna make a video about everything we know about this new album, but today it is purely my expectations for this thing. So let's look at what I think about this. So Montero, of course, doesn't come as a surprise. He's been releasing new stuff ever since the beginning of the year, and he's been pretty consistent at that as well. And I want to go over the singles and what I thought about them, because so far I am positively surprised. The first one was, of course, Montero, or it was actually Holiday, that dropped in December, but that is not going to be on the album, which I thought it would be, but it's not. It was just like a holiday type of single, no pun intended. The first one was Montero, which I was surprised by. It was a pretty like poppy, catchy song, but I do think it goes in the right direction. He really found that niche of, being this controversial artist, but that stands for the right things. Of course, nobody's going to be like, yo, you're over-sexualizing men in your videos. That's wrong. No, that is a necessary move for the LGBTQ community to gain more acceptance, especially in a place like hip-hop. And to have a mainstream artist like him come out is, I think, a big thing. Then the next single, Sun Goes Down, again surprised me. It didn't do as well as the first one, but I loved it. I love that single. I love the video for it. I love the story he was telling with it. I love kind of the motivational message behind it. It was more of a singing type of thing, no hard-hitting beat, stuff like that. So this is what I want to see more on this new thing. Industry Baby with Jack Harlow, of course, is the latest one, which was also pretty good. Is doing really well also commercially. I did enjoy that quite as well, but I gotta say it's my least favorite out of all three that have released so far. But looking at the track list and at the features, we can kind of, see a pattern here in a way, especially from that Doja Cat feature. I don't know why, but to me that stood out so much, because I think that Lil Nas X is in a very, very similar situation to Doja Cat, in that at the beginning both of them were kind of written off as like some meme one-hit wonder type of artists that are never going to get serious about their music, but then through just actually sitting down and being like, yo, how can I make this my career? How can I actually use the platform that maybe like a little joke or a little like meme song has given me, and use this to spread a bigger message and to become a serious artist? And Doja Cat did that with her latest album, Planet Her. Before that, with her debut as well, no doubt, but I do think that Planet Her established her as yet a more solidified base in hip-hop. The songs on there were great. She proved that she can rap, she can sing. She is really in that hybrid hip-hop pop style, that hip-hop that I also see Lil Nas X in, even though in his own style, but I do see them in similar situations when it comes to their place in hip-hop, by them not being traditional rappers who came up through releasing, like mixtapes and just rapping on hard-hitting boom-bap beats or whatever, but they found their success through the internet, in Doja Cat's case through like memes and meme type songs, and Lil Nas X song through Old Town Road, but then also becoming this symbol of coming out in hip-hop. And I thought that has of course become part of his identity, and he's going to use that further on this new record as well. So what I want to see on this thing is more pushing his agenda of gaining more acceptance for the LGBTQ community in hip-hop, even though not everyone has to agree with it or like the message, but it's just there. That's his story, that's his path that he wants to go in hip hop, and I do commend that. I do commend him for not caring about what anyone might think and going to the extreme of creating videos like Montero, and he knows he's gonna piss a lot of people off with that. Like, he knows that. He knows that that is gonna turn a lot of people's heads and stuff like that. But he still does it because that's what he believes in. And I hope that he can just take this confidence that he brought on all of the tracks he's released so far leading up to this and, you know, have them displayed on all of them. I do want to see him switch up his styles a little more. I liked Sun Goes Down. I do think that Industry Baby was kind of predictable with that Jack Harlow feature. It just wasn't anything exciting. After a couple of seconds, I could already tell what the song was going to sound like. I didn't think that with Sun Goes Down or Montero, even though Montero at this point is kind of overplayed, but that's due to TikTok, so blame them. But we do have an Elton John feature on here, a Megan Thee Stallion feature, so this is gonna be interesting. A Miley Cyrus feature as well, so he's really in that pop direction. That's probably gonna have a big influence on this, so I think that's really gonna be his hip-hop lane that he's gonna be in on this new record. But that's not a bad thing. That can also be a good thing. I think he's not doing it in like a generic basic way, but what we've seen him do so far is use that form of hip-hop, that lane, and just use it as his own platform of expression. And that is exactly what he's doing, and I commend him for that. As I said, I could honestly also see him just doing something completely unexpected, like, you know, putting some rock in here or stuff like that. I think that he would be the type of person to do that, and to do that successfully. You know, he's always trying new things, pushing limits, you know, not caring about what other people think. That is something that Kanye, for example, would do. Artists like Kanye, of course, Lil Nas X in a more moderate way, but still, I like that artists are experimenting nowadays and are trying to, you know, push boundaries and you know, spread forward into new areas that maybe haven't been touched before by hip-hop. So shout out to Lil Nas X for always staying true and pushing his agenda, and I hope that he continues to do that on his new album with maybe some modifications to his, you know, sonic sound that he's working with. But I actually have no doubt that this album is going to be very enjoyable to listen to, and I think he's going to have some surprises for us on here in terms of lyrical content or, you know, music wise. As I said, maybe some unexpected different genres blending in. That's my expectations for this. Only me though. Now's the time for y'all to tell me what you think in the comments down below, because I want to know what you think about this album. What do you think of the singles we got so far? What are your expectations for this new album? What features are you most excited for? What do you expect from that Elton John feature, that Megan Thee Stallion feature, that Miley Cyrus feature? Kind of weird to have all of those on one record. So yeah, all of that, let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.